Good evening, students. This is Professor R. Surendran from Government College of Technology. Today, we are going to discuss some of the manufacturing process. In that, first process is casting. So, first of all, the principle of metal casting can be referred from the book Eine, Loper, and Rosenthal and Workshop Technology by Ajay Chaudhary. So, what do you mean by casting? So, casting is a process in which liquid molten metal is poured into the mold cavity and allow it to solidify. And after solidification, the casting should be taken out by breaking the mold. So this is the process in which we are pouring the molten metal into the mold cavity to take a record shape. So you can observe the diagram here. That topmost flask of the molding flask is called a scope, and bottommost flask is called drag. So what are the steps in the casting? We are having the following steps. So the first one is pattern making. So what do you mean by pattern? Pattern is a replica of the casting. So the shape of the casting is similar to that of pattern. So the shape of the pattern is similar to that of casting. So it is a replica of casting. And mold and core making. So we have to prepare the mold and core. Core is the part which is used to make the hollow shape in the casting. And after that, after mold and core making, we have to go for the stage pouring and solidification. In that, we have to pour the molten metal and wait for the solidification. So we have to allow the solidification, allow the pouring and make the solidification. Next is fettling. Fettling is the removal of unwanted parts from the casting product. It is a separate section, and we have to go for the inspection of the product. So it is a 5-step process. So once again, I repeat it. Number 1 is pattern making. The number 2 is mold and core making. Number 3 is pouring and solidification. The 4 is fettling, and 5th is the inspection. So first, we will discuss the pattern making. Pattern replica. Pattern is the replica of the casting. That means it has the same image and the same shape, same size as the of casting. That is a replica. Replica means shape of the pattern remains shape and shape of the casting, but the dimension of pattern is altered from the allowance. So pattern size equal to casting size plus or minus allowance. So pattern size equal to casting size plus or minus allowance. So next we are going to discuss some of the allowance. We are having 5 types of allowance. The first is shrinkage allowance. The next is machining allowance. These two have greater significance in change in size. So when the metal cooled, it began to shrink. So that is shrinkage allowance. And after casting, we have to do the machining to get the record shape. So for that, we are creating for 100 mm means we have to produce 101 mm, 105 mm like that. So machining allowance. The allowance provided for the machining purpose in the workpiece is termed as casting workpiece is termed as machining allowance. Next is draft allowance. Draft allowance is that in the draft allowance, the last letter in the draft is T. So T for tapper. T for tapper. The tapper provided on the vertical surface is called as draft. So it is used for easy withdrawal of pattern. Next is shake allowance. Shake allowance. When you remove the pattern, we have to little bit shake it and remove it. So for that, the dimension get enlarged. So for that, we are providing shake allowance. And next is distortion allowance. So for example, when we are having the U-shaped casting, it will bend like this after solidification. So initially we have to make the adjustment for that C shape, U shape. The shape may get distorted during the solidification. The allowance provided for to avoid the distortion, to compensate for the distortion, is termed as distortion allowance. So we are having shrinkage allowance, machining allowance, draft allowance, shake allowance, distortion allowance. Next, shrinkage allowance. The metals are poured at the pouring temperature. Pouring temperature equal to melting point plus 150 to 200 degrees Celsius. This extra incremental temperature is the degree of superheat. So degree of superheat can be defined as a difference between the pouring temperature and melting point. So always the pouring temperature must be greater than the melting point. How much the value? It is the degree of superheat. To avoid the solidification of metal in the passage itself, because so when we pour the metal in the pouring basin, the at the melting point temperature, what happens? Before it get into mold, it will solidify. So to avoid that, it should be we have to maintain pouring temperature greater than the melting temperature. It make use of sensible heat than the latent heat. Thus, no phase change occurs to avoid solidification of molten metal in the passage. So, no solidification should occur during the passage in the pouring basin and the runner. So, this is pouring temperature. 3 stages is involved in the cooling. So, we are having the room temperature. RT is the room temperature. FT is the freezing temperature. So, first of all, it is pouring temperature, liquid to liquid. So, here when the cooling takes place, the phase cannot be changed, but pouring temperature reduced to freezing temperature. Again, once again it is cooled, it will be freezing temperature, but here the phase change occur, latent heat. Here the heat is sensible heat. Here the latent is for the heat required to change the phase is called as latent heat. The heat required to reduce the temperature is called as sensible heat. When you remove some heat, the temperature reduced means it is a sensible heat. Latent heat means that is the heat required for phase change. So it occurs at the constant temperature. Next, again, once again, it is cooled. It is get into room temperature because of sensible heat. So 3 stage in cooling. So this is a first stage, and this one is the second stage. Pouring temperature to freezing temperature without change in the phase is the first stage, and the pouring temperature, freezing temperature to freezing temperature, change in the phase, the second stage. Freezing temperature to room temperature is the third stage. These are 3 stages involved in the cooling. So next, sinkage allowance is the allowance provided in the pattern for compensating for the solid sinkage taking place during the casting of material. So it take place only the solid sinkage. So sinkage allowance take care of only solid sinkage. So first thing, the liquid sinkage are compensated by the riser, and the solid sinkage by providing the sinkage allowance. So we have to remember we are having 2 types of sinkage. One is liquid sinkage and another one is solid sinkage. The solid sinkage is compensated by the pattern, and liquid sinkage is compensated by the riser. So aluminum has the highest liquid sinkage. So it is 6%. Aluminum has the 6% of the highest liquid sinkage, because the liquid are measures of the forms of volume. So liquid sinkage be specified by the percentage of volume. Because the solids are measurable by dimension, the solid sinkage will always be specified by the percentage of dimension. So we are having 2 sinkage. Liquid sinkage are specified by the volume fraction, percentage of volume fraction, and here solid sinkage is denoted by the percentage of dimensions. So when the material is heated, it expanded. The delta L can be founded by L into alpha into delta T. L into alpha into delta T, where L is the length and alpha is the coefficient of expansion, delta T is the change in temperature, freezing temperature to the top room temperature. So this much I will shrink. So it is a shrinkage allowance. Shrinkage allowance equal to L into alpha into Tf minus Tr. It mainly depends on the alpha, and temperature can be calculated by using this formula. So brass alpha equal to 23 per degree Celsius. So it is knowing the highest solid sinkage. So brass has the highest solid sinkage, thus highest sinkage allowance. Brass is having the highest sinkage allowance because of the highest solid sinkage. Admiralty metal, it is having lightly higher. And Invar platinum, so Invar is in Invar coefficient of expansion is 0. So here sinkage allowance is 0. Gray cast iron ice, we are having alpha equal to negative. On cooling, it expands and contracts on heating. Taking all sinkage together, then the total sinkage, steel, liquid and solid sinkage takes together could be highest for steel. So when we combine the liquid and solid sinkage, it will be highest for steel. So these are the specific points for the sinkage. For brass, highest solid sinkage, combined steel is having the highest sinkage. Okay. Longest riser needed for aluminum, largest cast volume for brass. So this thing you have to remember. And volume of pattern by volume of casting equal to 0.97 when the sinkage allowance is 1% for gray cast iron. So it is an important problem which may be repeatedly asked. Next, machining allowance. Machining allowance is the allowance provided for the machining purpose. Okay. Draft allowance. So instead of flat vertical surface, we are having tapered surface. So allowance provided by means of taper is called as draft allowance. Next, shake allowance. Shake allowance, when you shake it, the dimension get enlarged. So we have to take care of by reducing the given the lesser dimensions. In shake allowance also called as raping allowance. Distortion allowance. So we are in the U shape. So when it is cooled, it will bend like this. So instead of keeping straight, we have to first of all make slightly inclined outwards. So it will come straight during cooling. So it is not required for all casting. It is U and V shaped casting. So it purely depends on the L by T ratio. Distortion allowance is depends on the length of the leg and thickness of the leg. It is purely based on the L by T ratio. So next is pattern material. Pattern material we are having, it should have following property: minimum moisture absorption, low ductility, and good surface finish, and easiness in fabrication and creep resistance. So these are the suitable material. Wood is the famous material. Teak wood and mahogany we are using. So in wood we are having a disadvantage of moisture absorption, and metal pattern is for mass production. Plastic pattern possesses all the good property which required for the pattern material. Most commonly pattern are epoxy resin, PVC, cellulose, nylon, polystyrene. And wax pattern is used in the investment casting. It is the expandable, and frozen mercury is used in the mercast process. It is used in the aerospace application. So these are the some of things regarding the pattern material. Next, we are move to the mold making. That will be seen in the next class. Thank you, students.